Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Marcus Hamner. Hope you guys have an amazing, fantastic, and incredible day. So this video I'm just going to talk about the rumors that I've been hearing from other sources and channels, especially concerning the Marvel characters that are supposed to be making cameos in Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness. So I've been hearing that it's going to be a lot of characters so far. So, and I know considering the fact that Sam Raimi's directing it, chances are we probably will get some semblances of crossovers in the Multiverse of Madness. So either way, like I mentioned in the last video, hopefully we'll have a chance to either top or tie in Spider-Man No Way Home, considering that was the recent Spider-Verse crossover that we got in Spider-Man. So, but as I mentioned in the last video, Tom Cruise is supposed to be playing Tony Stark, the alternate version of Iron Man. So I've been hearing rumors about that, and also I've been hearing rumors that some X-Men characters are going to be making appearances as well. For example, I've been hearing that Deadpool is supposed to show up, and then other X-Men characters like Professor X and Magneto. We could get both versions of Michael Fassbender's and James McAvoy's version, or we could get Patrick Stewart or Ian McKellen's version too. So who knows? I know they're not going to reveal it to everyone until the movie comes out, and those who know behind the scenes can't reveal it to the public because of confidential reasons. And trust me, I wouldn't do that either, considering that I don't like spoilers myself. Everybody already knows that I don't like spoilers. I wouldn't even reveal it to myself. So no matter how many times anybody asks me about who's showing up in the movie, I'm not going to say a word. So it's just like that in that particular camp. Like, no one's not going to say a word, not until the movie comes out. So we still got a few months left as far as when the movie comes out. So we have until May to know what's going to happen. But I'm hyped talking about the rumors already. So it's going to be awesome. But I've also been hearing that about the cast members of Fantastic Four, because I know Kevin Feige is working on Fantastic Four, and there's been rumors about the cast members. It hasn't been confirmed just yet, but I have been hearing many times, and honestly, I've been pushing for this for a long time myself. But I think the perfect couple, especially for those who can play Reed Richards and Sue Richards, are John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. Those guys are my favorite actors. And considering the fact that they're married in real life, they'll be a perfect couple to play Reed and Sue. And I've been hearing that he's supposed to show up in Multiverse of Madness too. So, and like I said, we're not going to know until the movie comes out in May of the cast members who's showing up. So it's going to be a surprise anyway. But like I said, I've been pushing this heavily for John and Emily to play Reed and Sue, because not only are they perfect for each other in real life, but they look exactly like Reed and Sue too. And most of you already know they've also made other movies like and television shows too. Like, for example, they were in The Office together. They were in the movies such as Animal Crackers, and they've also been in The Quiet Place. They've made 2 movies about The Quiet Place, so it's been a sequel about The Quiet Place too. So those are excellent movies, and The Office is my favorite TV show too. So, but yeah, those are rumors I've been hearing so far, and there's other casting rumors as far as like the Fantastic Four movie is concerned, because I know, for example, that Galactus is supposed to be the next bad guy after Thanos. So, and Galactus is not really a villain per se. He's more of like a force of nature, basically. So most of you already know about the origin of Galactus, but to make the long story short, for those who don't know about it, basically Galactus is a really old being. He's been around before the Big Bang even actually happened. So he's been around since the creation of the universe, and he was also known as Gon, who was basically an alien who was basically on part of the older planet. And then when the planet was going extinct, he went into hibernation. And then when he was out of his hibernation chamber in the source, he became Galactus. So that's pretty much how that actually happened. But, or the origin of Galactus too. I'm actually going to do another video. The next one I'm going to do, especially in the future, I'll talk about like all the origins of the Marvel heroes and villains and the characters who pretty much make up the universe of Marvel, like the One Above All, Galactus, Eternity. There's so many cosmic entities in Marvel anyway, so I'll definitely do a separate video about Galactus in the next one too. But that's pretty much the synopsis of Galactus. So, but like I said, I'm going to talk about just the rumors I've been hearing about Multiverse of Madness. So I actually got the Cosmic Wonder. I've been following him for a long time too. His name is Warren from the Cosmic Wonder, and he's really good with doing all types of synopsis and everything like that. So I got him right here. So besides following new rock stars and several other YouTubers that I pretty much follow, I follow him as well. So we're gonna listen to what he was hearing too, as far as like the Fantastic Four release date, Multiverse of Madness, and the casting members too. So without further ado, let's get into this.
What's going on, everybody? It's Warren, and welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU. And in the midst of all the hype for Spider-Man No Way Home and the upcoming films like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, and other huge movies coming out this year, we finally have some news about a certain group that everybody has been waiting for. Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four. We have an update from the director himself, Jon Watts, who recently directed Spider-Man No Way Home, so he did a great job with that. So hopefully he brings that to the Fantastic Four, which I'm sure he will. But he recently gave a tiny update about the Fantastic Four in a recent interview, and we have some insiders providing some information about the cast as well, when we can expect an announcement. And amidst all of this, there are some casting leaks that apparently got out that suggest quite a bit of an unusual cast listing. Whether or not it's true, who knows, but I'm excited to be talking about the Fantastic
Like I said, we'll
Four.
find out
I think
for
it's
sure.
one of the most anticipated projects coming up within the next few years from Marvel Studios. So let's dive into it, but first, if you are new to this channel, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the
And like I said, the Fantastic Four, they've been around since the early 1960s, so everyone's been wanting to see an actual Fantastic Four movie. So
for this tiny little update about the Fantastic Four, Variety did an article about Jon Watts and Final Destination 6 and Spider-Man No Way Home. Of course, they're talking about how much money Spider-Man No Way Home has made so far and how successful the film has been, and they talk about how the Final Destination franchise could be revived with Jon Watts. But here's where we get our really good Fantastic Four news. The article made sure to state this very plainly. It says, Jon Watts is only set to produce Final Destination 6. His next directing gig will still likely be Marvel Studios' reboot of the Fantastic Four superhero franchise, which remains undated. Now, this news comes right in the middle of the rumor that the Fantastic Four, the MCU Fantastic Four, is set to begin production very early.
So yeah, like I was saying, as far as like the Fantastic Four rumor is concerned, it's gonna be pretty cool. But then with Final Destination that Jon Watts is gonna do, I mean, of course he's gonna do Fantastic Four at the same time, because if you think about it, Final Destination takes place in space. Fantastic Four, the four members are actually going to go into space to get exposed to cosmic rays to get superpowers too. So that's going to be pretty intriguing too. So I can see Jon Watts doing that too. So
2023. And this all is lining up so far, because if Jon Watts is going to be a producer on Final Destination, and Final Destination 6 is set to come out in 2022, that frees him up to direct the Fantastic Four, which, in case you didn't know, and I should have mentioned it by now, it is confirmed Jon Watts will be directing the Fantastic Four, but that makes him free to direct it or start the project in early 2023. And get this, there is actually an unknown movie title slot at the end of 2023 in Marvel Studios' lineup. Now, originally, when Marvel came out a while ago and they released their entire production timeline all the way out to 2023's end, there were actually 3 untitled movie slots. They all had release dates, but there was no name for the projects. However, since Marvel Studios in October recently delayed the bulk of their upcoming slate, essentially pushing all of the movies back, they removed 2 of those upcoming untitled projects. However, they left 1 untitled project in the November 3rd of 2023 slot. And if you consider this fact right here, this slot is most likely for the Fantastic Four. At Disney's Investors Day, they announced all of their upcoming projects, and the Fantastic Four was one of those projects announced. And out of all of those movies, the Fantastic Four was the only one announced that doesn't have a release date set to it. So it would be logical to think that this is for the Fantastic Four. And if we combine all of these facts together, it does seem like that is the case. Rumor has it that production for Fantastic Four will begin early 2023. According to Variety, Jon Watts' next directing gig is going to be the Fantastic Four, and if it does begin production in early 2023, that is plenty of time to make a movie for the November 3rd untitled release date for 2023.
Yeah, that's like plenty of time too.
Have to wait as long as we thought for the Fantastic Four film, which is obviously awesome on so many different levels. One, we finally get to see who the cast is, which I'm actually about to talk about in just a second, but two, once the Fantastic Four come, that means the X-Men shouldn't be that far behind them.
Right.
Because if you think back to 2019 San Diego Comic-Con, where Kevin Feige first revealed Marvel's Phase 4 slate,
that's what I heard too from the San Diego Comic-Con.
He also mentioned along with them mutants, in which he said in an interview later on that mutants and the X-Men are interchangeable. He means them as the same thing.
Right.
I didn't even have time to talk about the Fantastic Four.
Check it out. 2019, yeah.
There's no time left to talk about mutants. But, you know what? All that stuff's been rumored. You've heard about rumors.
And now it's finally time, it looks like, in 2023 in November. But who is going to be the cast for the Fantastic Four? Well, recently there has been a cast leak going around, and like I said, it's pretty interesting. Check this out. And I should also note that the Twitter account Main Middleman, who has a very good track record when it comes to leaks, stated not too long ago that they heard the official cast of the Fantastic Four will be announced soon. They said they believe sometime between early and mid next year, which is now 2022. They continue to say, by soon I mean on MCU time, where everything is always well planned. Anyway, I believe only the cast will get officially confirmed. And the names I heard, there are famous names and unfamiliar names, but I can say that most of them are very talented. So let's talk about this casting leak. This leak, we have no idea if it's true or not, but I kind of like who they have for Sue Storm. For Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman, they have Kristen Bell. Most of you probably know who Kristen Bell is. She's
Kristen Bell's a good choice too.
Mars,
I mean, between Emily Blunt and Kristen Bell, yeah, totally.
She has really good acting range, so I think that she could probably.
Yeah, with Kristen and Emily, they're both beautiful women, so they can definitely play Sue Storm for sure.
Ability of the Invisible Woman, I think she could absolutely crush this role. Now, for Reed Richards, we have Glenn Howerton, which is a very interesting choice, and I think most people would know.
And Glenn's cool too.
Show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He plays Dennis.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, yeah, it's a good series.
Glenn is an incredible actor, but of course this role would be completely different than pretty much anything he's done. It's definitely different from Dennis. But if he could nail this role, I actually think this would be a pretty good casting for him.
I think so too.
Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, we have Chase Stokes. Not gonna lie, I had no idea who this was until I looked him up, but he's one of the stars of the show Outer Banks. And just judging off of how he looks, not off of his acting ability,
Chris Stokes,
I really don't know them,
definitely a good choice.
I think you could make
Chris Stokes or Zac Efron.
Yeah,
yeah, Zac could be a good choice too.
The cast is going to consist of famous actors and not so famous actors. But I think everybody is going to know this last name for Ben Grimm, aka The Thing. This leak has Seth Rogen listed to play The Thing.
Now, I'm not surprised because here's the thing. Seth is going to play Donkey Kong in the upcoming Mario movie that's coming out in the holidays. So, I like Seth. Seth's funny. He's like ultimate comedy funny. Like, I've seen all of his movies and he's always on par. His comedy is like non-stop. So I could actually see Seth playing Ben Grimm. I mean, considering the fact that The Thing is actually, I mean, Ben Grimm can be pretty stoic, but he also can pull up some comedic one-liners too. So Seth Rogen is perfect for that. I mean, also Seth's playing a big guy in Donkey Kong upcoming Mario movie too. So it's like Seth is gonna play a big guy anyway. I mean, Seth can pretty much like play any big guy because if you think about it, like Seth Rogen's the kind of guy that you can pretty much hang out with because he can either be on the football team. He's that guy. So he's a guy that you pretty much would know in high school. That's the quarterback and everything, but in the comedic version of it. So Seth Rogen's hilarious. So, but yeah, I can pretty much see Seth playing Ben Grimm. So, and also I like Michael Chikilakis from the previous Fantastic Four movies, and he's really good too. Like Michael Chikilakis, who was also in The Shield. he's really good too. Like, I like all of his work as well. And he was awesome as Ben Grimm too. Like the previous Fantastic Four movies of Chris Evans, Jessica Alba, Ian Griffith. I mean, those guys were incredible. I mean, of course, it didn't set in the MCU because it was done by 20th Century Fox at the time, and the director was Tim Story. But the cast was not that bad either. So, I mean, if you think about it, they went on to do other stuff too. Like Chris Evans would eventually come back to Marvel to play Steve Rogers' Captain America. So, but, you know, it was pretty good for that time. So, but as far as the casting is concerned, especially with Seth Rogen, that's perfect. I mean, Seth Rogen is perfect. Hopefully they'll keep that too. Like, I know Seth will actually see this, so hopefully Seth will see this and say, hey man, actually consider yourself as the role to play Ben Grimm. Because I would definitely see that too, so yeah, that'd be awesome.
Now, I had to wrap my head around this for a little bit when I first read this, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to have to as well. Keep in mind, whoever plays the Thing is going to be wearing a bodysuit. It literally doesn't matter if
either a bodysuit or CGI.
Playing Ben Grimm is jacked or not. And honestly, if this were true, who's to say Seth Rogen couldn't get in shape for such a huge, iconic role? Yeah. But my point is, it doesn't have to happen. It's gonna be a suit or CGI or whatever. They can make him look however they want to make him look. The real twist to this would, I think, be having Seth Rogen play him for a comedic aspect of the film. And I think as long as it's not over the top, I think it would be pretty good, because you gotta remember, there's a lot of bickering and bantering between Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm.
Exactly.
Johnny Storm provided a lot of the comedic relief in the original Fantastic Four films. It was, of course, Chris Evans. So if you have an unnamed actor coming in, you probably want a big name actor coming in to provide that comedic relief, or at least play a pretty significant role.
That's
in
a
it,
good cast.
I think they might have chosen Seth Rogen for this part. But again, this leak is not confirmed by any means. It's just made its way around online. But what do you think of this? It's quite an unusual cast. But if it were true, Marvel typically knows what they're doing. I don't think they've really cast anybody wrong.
Nah.
But again, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. How excited are you for Marvel's first family to finally...
And yeah, like I said, they've never done any wrong when it comes to casting. So, like I said, I think that as far as like the hands are concerned, they're in good hands. I mean, Marvel knows exactly what they're doing and who they're going to cast for the future Fantastic Four movies too. So, either or, I'm very excited. So it's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to seeing in the future as far as like who's going to show up. But yeah, Seth Rogen, yes. I'm actually up for Seth for playing Ben Grimm, so I definitely want to see that too. So that'll be pretty cool. And then, as I mentioned, Kristen Bell, she's a good choice too. And as I said, Kristen Bell and Emily Blunt, they're both beautiful women, and they can definitely play Sue Richards really well too. So yeah, I mean, either or, it's going to be a great movie regardless though. But yeah, the next video I'm going to do Star Wars and Peacemaker 2, and then I'll do several other movies, and like I said, I'm going to do more solo characters as well. So, but yeah guys, so let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Who do you guys think would be a great cast to play for Fantastic Four? Are you guys excited for the Multiverse of Madness coming out pretty soon? So yeah, comment below, subscribe, share this video, let me know what you guys think, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next one. Keep spreading love each other, and until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care guys. Peace.